Hey Cancer, welcome to this space. Oh, there we go. Let's go ahead and jump into your reading, you guys. We're going to go ahead and talk about the month of June. What's going on in the month of June, the entire month of June for you guys. No later, no earlier than June. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This is for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're watching for your sun sign, that is about, this message is going to be about how you can shine, what you can do to shine brighter as a Cancer, right? In the most authentic way possible. Okay. It's all about your soul energy. Okay. That undying energy within yourself, the infinite energy of abundance within yourself that you can create or build in your life. If it's your rising sign, it's just about who you are as a person when you were born. You know, the person that you are from when you were born until now. This message pertains to how that's affecting you, whatever is going on in your life in June, how that's affecting you as a person and how you feel or what you think about what's going on. And then we have your moon sign. That's, you know, in simple terms, it's just your emotions. It's all about connecting with your emotions and how you feel about things. And also about maybe your past, how you feel about past situations, and your, as well as your current. And then you have your Venus sign, which is simply put about your connections, your relationships. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for the month of June. Thank you, ancestors, guardians, and protectors, messengers of light. What messages do you have for those born under the constellation of Cancer and their Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs? Let's see for June. Ooh, okay. Gemini got this one. This one just fell out. It says bells, deflection. So you want to protect yourself against something. Yeah, you've gone, wow, okay. A passed on loved one wants to talk to some of you. That door is opening for Cancer signs right now. That's what I'm seeing. It's like the constellation of Cancer. There's been a door open to family members on the other side. They want to protect you. Now, wow, you have a rattle, disperse. So you want to leave. There's some type of energy that may have become overwhelming to you or very fearful, like you're scared of it, like or you just don't feel comfortable. And it's like you're trying to get energies off of you. It's like this weird scattered energy. It's like overwhelming. Huh. Maybe you feel scattered. Maybe you feel unsafe around someone emotionally, mentally, physically. I hope not, but there's something that some of you guys, Cancer, you've been putting off. Like you don't really want to connect too much to your emotions because it's too painful. But I get that in the month of June, especially during your birthday season, you might the push into feeling what you need to feel is going to be much more stronger. It's going to be stronger. It's going to be much stronger than you may anticipate. Okay, in the month of June. It's a beautiful month. I will say it's a beautiful month full of opportunities for all of us. So there just might be some intense moments, but it's for your highest good. Yeah. You're on the right path. Love seeing that. Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. For those of you, Cancer, if you have had an epiphany, a thought, a moment of inspiration, and you're just like, you know what? I'm going to do this. I want to do this. And you start connecting with people, contacting the right people, filling out applications, sending emails, making your purchases, buying that ticket, looking for that job, quitting a job, whatever it is, whatever you have started in the, even in the smallest ways, like, you're doing the right thing. Now, if there's a part of you, Cancer, where it's like, oh, but you feel comfortable, like maybe we can still create this get back to our comfort zone and we can just fix things where we are, then we don't really have to go out there in the big bad world and like risk getting hurt again, right? If those energies start to come up, remember what I said. Remember that you are on the right path. Do not allow that voice in your head, that voice that's telling you to be comfortable and to stay where you are. Don't allow that voice to sabotage what your soul is and your heart is telling you. You may have somebody who may try to convince you like, oh no, you don't have to do all that. Like you can still like make it work here. You can spiritual teacher at the bottom of the deck. So some of you guys may come across a spiritual teacher, or you may need to look into spiritual teachings that can continue, that will motivate you and keep you on track with this epiphany and this inspiration that you've received. Okay. Interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and see. I'm going to pull a couple more oracle messages for you guys, Cancer. I'm really excited for you guys. This is nice. It may feel uncomfortable, like I said, but like, hey, life gets uncomfortable before it gets better. Okay, that's just how it is. And pros and cons exist in this life, whether we like it or not. It can always be pros. It cannot always be cons. That's just against how the universe provides for us and how it works. All right, let's pull a couple more oracle messages for the month of June for you, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus sign. So if this is about your relationships and, you know, how you're connected to other people, just, you know, just make sure that you're connecting with people who are actually helping you move into this next chapter, not the people who are trying to keep you anchored and rooted in this stagnant. If it hasn't become stagnant yet, it will soon. Okay, so if you've been somewhere for a very long time and maybe it started out really good at first, it's kind of getting to the point where you're just like, yeah, I think I've served my purpose here and it's time for me to leave. Now, another thing, if this is not necessarily meant like talking about leaving someplace or someone permanently, this is more telling you that you need to venture out and go on adventures more often, leave the nest a little bit more often. Okay, when I say leave the nest, I'm not talking about necessarily leaving, like some of you guys watching this, you probably don't live with your parents, but I mean like leaving your home, leaving that setting, you know, going out and doing your own thing, whether you're married, with children, like find ways to enrich your life. Okay, you don't have to constantly stay put. If it's a job, see if you can get promoted, learn new skills. And if it's not about promotion, maybe it's about finding a different job. Okay. Trust your instincts. Trust what you are being shown. Trust the inspiration. Trust that inclination. Trust that tug in your heart, in your soul that's saying, hey, you can come this way. Don't trust the tug going the other way that's telling you to stay put. Okay, I'm just saying based on what I see here on the cards. Okay, and it says be brave and honest. So there may be someone that you need to talk to. You may need to divulge some information and just be like, you know what, I'm not happy here. I'm not happy where I am. And that could be very, very scary. That can be a very scary thing to tell somebody, because it could be scary for many reasons. It could be scary because, you know, you really, really love that person. You don't want to hurt them. You don't want them thinking that you don't love them, right? It may be scary because maybe that person is abusive and you just don't know how they're going to take what you're saying. You don't think that they're going to take it with, you know, acceptance and understanding. And they probably won't. And you know that, right? You may be scared to tell someone that you're not happy because they'll just shut you down and be like, well, I'm not happy either. So like, you know, welcome to the club. You know what I mean? Like it could be a lot of different reasons why in your heart and in your mind, you're just like, I really don't want to say anything and it's scaring me. And I'm not saying that you have to say anything anytime soon, Cancer. You don't need to tell anybody about your plans, okay, if you don't want to. I'm gonna leave that up to you though, and what your soul tells you to do. But you don't have to necessarily divulge all that information in one sitting. Maybe you just need to pack your bags and plan whatever you need to plan. And then on your way out, when you have your ticket paid for and the transportation ready to go and your things packed, whatever, just kind of finally let that person know, or maybe let them know in a text message and just say, hey, I'm going on this trip, or hey, I'm moving out, whatever. It just depends on what you're dealing with, okay? And for others of you, maybe before you tell your boss that you're leaving, if you're quitting a job, maybe you should just let them know last minute, or maybe not last minute. I'm not trying to get anybody in trouble at work or with their career, but maybe, you know, make sure you have your ducks in a row, okay? If you need a letter of recommendation, if you need an exit letter, you know, a letter of resignation, get all that stuff filled out. But others of you, depending on your situation, maybe you just need to leave, and then last minute just be like, hey, I'm leaving, it's my last day. You know, it depends. It depends. Okay. It depends. So it's not a one size fit all type of message here. Okay. Let's see. Cancer. I'm happy for you guys. I'm excited. Please stay on track. Please stay on track. Please stay on track. Okay. Please stay on track. Let's see. Communication is key. Wow. New moon in Gemini. So, you need to talk. I'm not saying you have to talk now, but if there's someone that you need to reach out to and say, hey, I'm really not happy where I am and I need your help. Maybe you need help getting a plane ticket, or maybe you need to ask someone, hey, can I live with you for a while until I find a job, or ask someone if they're hiring, you know, it's whatever. If this is you directly telling someone that you are not happy with their attitude, you're not happy living with them, you're not happy in a relationship with them, whatever, Cancer, you need to be honest about what's going on here. You need to communicate. And if you're dealing with someone who's abusive in your home, and you're not saying anything to anyone outside of your relationship with that person, don't do that. Say something. If there's someone who is abusive to you in your home, especially physically, please say something. Call the cops if you have to, okay? But if you can pack your bags and leave, pack your bags and leave. If it's a job, say something and be like, hey, I need to move up, or, you know, it's my I'm going to resign, whatever it is. Your dreams need a practical plan at the bottom of the deck. Taurus energy, that's full moon in Taurus. So I'm just getting, Cancer, that you need to make sure whatever plans you have, make sure you have the money, make sure you have the people maybe who have the money to help you. Just make sure you have things set in place. Okay. Don't just, because then you feel stuck if you don't, right? If you don't start creating a practical plan, you're going to feel stuck. You're going to end up getting to that point where it's like, well, I might as well stay because I don't have money. I don't have this. I don't have people that I can trust. Reach out to people. Let people know what's going on so they understand, or, you know, how to help you, or at least for them to have a sense of urgency and be like, hey, let me get some help for you. Let me get some things, you know, squared away so that way we can help you, right? I'm talking about for those of you who need the help like that. But for those of you who have, you know, the money, or you have the funds, or you have the means to just up and leave, then just do so, okay? I'm not saying you have to. I'm only speaking to people who are actually like, yes, I want to leave. I want to be out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. Okay. For those of you where you're just like, oh, this doesn't resonate and I'm not trying to leave, that's totally fine. It's totally fine. But if you've been having these inclinations and you've been having these dreams and thoughts and inspirations and you're just like, I really don't like where I am, this message might be for you. I don't know. All right, I'm going to pull 2 cards for you guys from the tarot, and then we will conclude your reading, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Let's see for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You have Justice. Okay, so there's Libra energy, and then we have the Lovers. That is Gemini energy. There is some type of injustice happening in a relationship. That's what I'm seeing here. And you feel that you've really been wronged, Cancer. You've been wronged by someone, and you want them to know that. And there may be some other people outside of that relationship, other people you have relationships with, like your friends or your family, or even new people out there. Maybe it's a neighbor, you know, maybe it's your therapist, maybe, I don't know, a teacher, a coworker, maybe there's a manager, maybe there's just some other people outside of you who really don't know what's going on with you. They don't know that you're going through this, right? But you are. And it's time for you to say something. It's time for you to talk about like what's really going on inside, no matter how scary it is, okay? And then we have the Page of Air, the Page of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So don't hold it in. Say something. Say something, okay? Communicate. Much love and light to all of you. I wish you guys the very best of luck on this journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you guys in your next reading. Bye.